All right, everybody, you're not going to be able to see me. I've got the camera zoomed in on the wire wheel. I'm in the grinding room of the welding shop. You guys have all used this in welding 1. Welding 2 guys have used it a lot as well. We're talking about this wire wheel here, okay? Obviously, if this thing hits bare skin, it's going to tear you up bad. So this is the one machine where I do allow you to wear gloves, because if this bunch of wire were to hit your bare hand, it would rip you to shreds. And you would be so infected because of so much filth, dirt and grime, etc. that is in this, and it would embed it into you. So this is definitely a machine we use with gloves on, okay? On my demo, I'm not going to have them on because I'm not going to run it. It's easier to show you what's going on with gloves off, okay? All right, when you guys are doing this, running this machine, I want you running this, using it from right here to about here. Never up here. It will... If you put your metal against there up top, it's going to throw it back and hit you in the face, in the chest, in the neck. Okay? You always want to go from about here down to about here. Let this grinding wheel work, and if it does let loose of your hand, if your hand, you let go on accident, or if it rips it out of your hand, at least it's going to go down and hit the wall and not come up at you. So this is a major issue with this machine. Okay? Always always wire wheel on this lower front fourth of the wheel. Right in here somewhere, it'll move it down, you're good. Never up above. Do not push too hard or it's gonna rip it out of your hand. You should be pushing against it gently. It should be easy to use, no big deal. Over time, this wire will get worn down. We'll have to replace it. But for the time being, we've got a good wheel on there and it should work good for cleaning up your welds. Do not push too hard or it's going to rip it out of your hand. Okay? All right, here are the questions that you have on the wire wheel. Okay, please listen carefully. Again, I'm not showing myself, I'm just reading them out loud. Okay? All right, it says, what part of the wheel should never be used up here? And it's this top section. No business using it. Always this bottom fourth. Okay? All right, it says, why should you never wear gloves when using any of the machines, with the exception being the wire wheel? Well, with the other machines, the gloves will get caught in there. With the wire wheel, you have to have gloves on to protect your skin from this wire hitting them. It will rip you up pretty darn bad. Okay? All right. Looking at this, don't push too hard. Really, folks, it's a safe machine for the most part. Always going to have safety glasses on. Always going to have something covering your eyes, and if you don't have the safety glasses, a shield, a plastic face shield would suffice as well. Okay, and then once again, if you cannot get a good hold of what you are wire wheeling by holding it in your hand, grab a wire wheel that goes on a hand grinder, put the new wire wheel on the hand grinder, put the part in a vise, and use a hand grinder to wire wheel it. That's a much safer bet than trying to hold something small here. Okay, that should wrap it up. So on your test, right here, you're going to do the section of pedestal grinder, belt sander, and wire wheel. I've covered all those answers. You guys should be in good shape.